everyone. My name is Aditya Sharma and I am a student at HGSITS, currently pursuing my BTech degree in the Computer Science and Engineering department. Today, we will be covering Python, Flask, SMTP for email sending, error handling techniques, and how to manage your code using Git and a Git repository. These tools are essential for building a reliable web application, especially when handling tasks like automated email notifications and much more. Let's dive in. Now, starting with Python. What is Python? Basically, Python is a versatile and powerful programming language that has gained immense popularity due to its reliability, easy of use, and vast library support. It's widely used in web development, data science, machine learning, and many other domains. We will cover three fundamental concepts in Python: variables, loops, and functions. These concepts form the backbone of Python program and help us write more efficient, reusable, and readable code. Let's start with variables. In Python, variables are used to store data. Think of a variable as a label or a container where you can store a value that you may want to use or manipulate later in the program. You can store different types of data, such as number, text, or even more complex structures like lists. Here is a simple example of how we create variables. Now we open our VS Code and make a Python file. Uh, let's name it task.py. .py is a extension of Python. So we create a variable student student name. Student, yes, and it's Aditya, and we print the name of variable which is student name, and we save and then we run our Python program. So as you see, there is a output in which my name is. We create a variable student name in which my name is stored as a value, and we also create stored where numeric value like student age. It's a variable, and suppose we enter 20 as a age, and now we print student student age. Save and run. Now you can see that my age is also shown here. So basically, variables in Python don't need explicit declaration, meaning you can create a variable just by just by assigning a value to it. This makes Python easy to use and allow us to focus on logic rather than data types. Now let's talk about loops. Loops allow us to execute a block of code multiple times. This is useful when we need to perform repetitive tasks such as processing list of data. Python offers two main types of loops: for loops and while loops. For example, we have a list of fruits Make the fruit variable name. We create list apple, mango, and the third one is cherry. Now we create loop for loop for fruit in fruits. Now we print fruit apple. I love fruit and exclamation mark. We have double quote here. Yes, right. Now we run our code. So as you can see that I love apple, I love mango, I love cherry. This is the example of loop. Without the loop, we would have to write separate lines for separate fruits. But with a loop, we can easily repeat the process for any number of fruits. This is major advantage of loops, especially when working with large sets of data. Lastly, let's discuss functions. A function is a reusable block of code that performs a specific task. Function allow us to group related logic into one place, making our programs more organized and easier to manage. Let's create a function to greet a person. So first of all, we create a function def define greet function name, yeah, and this. Now return f double quote. In this, we print our message hello and some name. Yes. Exclamation mark. Welcome to uh, Python world. Yeah. Now we call the function like message equals to greet. This is our function name, which is greet, and we can input its name of our person who is we greeting. It's like Ram, and we print the message. Yes, we can save it and run. Now you can see that all of you. Hello Ram, welcome to the Python world. This is our out. So we create a function, greet name. We return the value of return our greeting thought. Now we create message and call the function greet, and print the message variable, which shows a line of yes, this. So, so variables store data, loops help us iterate through data, and function allow us to encapsulate logic into reusable blocks. Together, these concepts make Python a powerful and flexible language for writing dynamic programs. So now our second important topic is Flask Web Frame. It is a framework. Let's start with this. Now we will be exploring Flask, a lightweight web framework in Python. Flask is popular choice for building web applications because of its simplicity and flexibility. Make it a great tool for both beginners and experienced developers. What is Flask? In simple terms, Flask is a lightweight framework that allows you to quickly create web applications. Unlike some other frameworks, Flask doesn't include a lot of built-in tools or functionalities that you may not need. This makes it minimalistic framework, meaning it gives you only what you need to get started, but allow you to add more features as your app grows. Flask is perfect if you want to start small and scale up your application over time. You can easily integrate databases, authentication systems, and other libraries depending on the needs of your project. Its flexibility is why many developers choose Flask as it doesn't improve too many restrictions on how you build your app. Why why choose Flask? Why would you choose Flask over other frameworks? Well, for one, it's easy to learn, which makes it perfect for beginners. At the same time, it's powerful enough for more web applications. Flask also integrates seamlessly with variety of extensions like libraries for handling databases, form validations, and authentications. This allows you to expand your application as needed without unnecessary complexity. If you are looking for a framework that gives you freedom and control while still being user friendly, Flask is a great choice. Now let's walk through how to install Flask application. The first thing we need to do is install Flask. So we open our terminal and to do that we'll use Python's package manager pip. Simply open your terminal and run this command pip install Flask and enter. And so, as you can see, its requirement already satisfied. So I've already installed it for my projects. Once the Flask is installed, we can create basic Flask app. Now we study how to do routing in Flask. So one of the key features of Flask is its routing system. Routing allows you to map different URLs to specific functions in your app. We will already seen an example with the homepage route. You can use routes to manage various features in your application, such as user logins, data submissions, or even file uploads. Flask routing system makes it easy to organize your app, handle user requests effectively. To sum up, Flask is lightweight and flexible framework that gives you all the essential tools to start building web applications without unnecessary complexity. Its simplicity combined with its ability to integrate with various extensions make it ideal for a wide range of projects. Now we will be learning about SMTP, which stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. SMTP is a crucial part of sending emails across the internet, and it's used by email clients and servers to communicate with one another. We will also see how Python's SMTP's library help us easily send emails using this protocol. What is SMTP? So simply put, SMTP is like a post office of the internet. It handles the process of sending your email from your device to the recipient's inbox. When you click send on an email, your message is handed off to an SMTP server. This server is responsible for delivering your email to the correct mail server and eventually to the recipient's inbox. Think of its mail delivery service. Your email is like a letter. The SMTP server is like postal worker, and the recipient's email server is like a mailbox. SMTP makes sure that your letter gets to the right place. How does SMTP work? Let me explain how SMTP works behind the scenes. When you send an email, your email client, whether it's Gmail, Outlook, or something else, first connects to an SMTP server. The server breaks down the email into information that can be relayed across the internet. This information is then transmitted to the recipient's mail server, which ensures that the email is delivered to the correct inbox. The important thing to understand is that SMTP is what makes it possible for your emails to travel from one place to another over the internet. Now, Python's SMTP lib library. Python provides us with the SMTP library, which is a built-in tool for sending emails using SMTP. With just few lines of code, you can construct and send an email through an SMTP server. Here is how the code looks. I will show you my SMTP server code. As you can see that there is a sender email, sender password, SMT server, which is SMTP Gmail. Here you can use Outlook, Hotmail, and many more email services. And this is a SMTP port on which you can send your emails. And this is my multiplayer, this sender email, parent email. So constructing the message. Now we go back to our slides. Importance of secure connection. One key part of this process is securing the connection using startless. This ensures that our login credentials and the email content are encrypted when sent to the server. Without this, the data could be interrupted during transmission. In set SMTP is the protocol that allows us to send emails across the web, and Python's SMTP lib library makes it simple to interact with SMTP server. With just few lines of code, we can create, login, and send emails securely from a Python. This is a foundational concept for any working with emails and web applications or automated scripts. Now we having heading towards our next topic, which is error handling in Flask and Python. So we will cover why it is important and how to implement it effectively using Python's try and catch except block. Error handling is crucial when building reliable applications, especially when interacting with external services like sending emails or uploading files. So why error handling matters? Let's start by understanding why error handling is so important. When we write code that interacts with external systems, like sending emails via an SMTP server or uploading files from a user thing, can go wrong. For example, the server could be down or the user could upload the wrong type of file without proper error handling. These situations could cause our program to crash or behave unpredictably, resulting in a poor user experience. The concept of try and accept blocks. How do we niche? How do we manage these unexpected situations? In Python, we use try and accept blocks. These allow us to try a block of code and catch any errors that occurs so we can respond appropriately. It's a bit like having a safety net for your code. To wrap up, remember the errors inevitable when building applications, but how you handle those errors can make all the difference. Using Python's try and accept blocks ensures that your program behaves predictably even in the face of unexpected issues. Now we are talking about Git, which is a version control system. Understanding Git is essential for anyone working on coding projects, especially in a team. It helps us track changes in code, collaborate with others, and maintain an organized history of our projects. Let's dive into the basics. So, what is Git? Git is a distributed version control system used to track changes in code. It allows developers to save different versions of their project, revert to previous states, and collaborate with others seamlessly. Whether you are mm, whether you are working on a solo project or with a team, it helps ensures that changes are properly managed and no one overrides someone else's work. Imagine you are working on a large project with multiple developers. Without Git, keeping track of who made what change and when could get messy. With Git, each change is tracked and recorded, giving us a clear history of the project. This helps developers stay organized and avoid conflicts. It also makes it easy to undo mistakes or try new features without affecting the main version of your project. That's why it's a vital tool in any development workflow. Why Git is important in collaborative projects. It is especially useful for collaboration. Multiple people can work on the same project simultaneously and get merges their changes in a systematic way. It prevents conflicts by allowing everyone to work on separate branches, later merging their work into one main branch. Without its managing who worked on what and how those changes should be combined would be chaotic with it. Everyone works in sync and changes can be reviewed, tested, and merged in an organized process. Basic Git commands. Now let's cover some essential Git commands. These are the basic tools you will need to get started. Git init. In this, initialize a new Git repository in your project. Think of this as turning on version control of your project. Second command is git add. This is stages of your changes. This tells Git which files you want to track and save in the next commit. Now, third command is git commit. Records the changes you tagged with a message describing what was done. This creates a snapshot of your project at this point in time. Now, fourth command is git push. It means uploads your committed changes to a remote repository like GitHub so others can access them. To summarize, Git is an essential version control system that helps you track changes, manage codes, and collaborate with others. We went through some basic Git commands and saw how to upload files to GitHub. This powerful tool makes you stay organized and that your project is always under control. We, we covered a lot of ground today, so let's take a moment to recap what we learned and and why these tools are essential in real-world web development. We started with Python, the core programming language used in countless applications. Python's versatility and ease of use make it ideal for both beginners and advanced developers. Then we moved on to a Flask, a lightweight web framework that allow us to build web applications efficiently. We explored how Flask makes it easy to create routes and handle web requests with minimal overhead. Next, we discussed the SMTP for email sending. We looked at how SMTP works and how Python's SMTP library allow us to send emails directly from our application, whether for notifications, alerts, or other purposes. Error handling was another key topic. We discovered the importance of error handling gracefully, especially when working with external services like file uploads or email servers. By using try except blocks, we can make sure our application continue to run smoothly even when things go wrong. Finally, we covered Git, the version control system that helps us track changes in our project, collaborate with others, and manage code efficiently. We went through some basic Git commands and saw how to upload files to GitHub, an essential skill for modern developers. Together, these tools, Python, Flask, SMTP, error handling, and Git, form the backbone of the real-world web development, whether you are working on a personal project or as a part of a larger team. Mastering these technologies will allow you to build robust, reliable, and maintainable applications. They are widely used in various industries, from startups to larger enterprises. Understanding how they work together gives you a significant advantage as a developer. I hope this video gives you a clear understanding of how to use these technologies in a real project. We covered everything from writing Python code and building web apps with Flask to sending emails, handling errors, and track project changes with Git. Thanks for watching and feel free to ask any question in the comments. I look forward to helping you dive deeper into these tools and seeing the projects you create. Thank you.